You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law, voted Best of Las Vegas. Give them a call, 702-727-9900.
Thank you for joining us here on News 25 and Ace Country Radio, and streaming at KPVM.TV, and now on Roku devices on this Monday, January 13, 2025. Good evening, I'm Chris Palermo, and here's what's happening. Office of the Governor announces a date for the 2025 State of the State Address. Surely he will comment on the effect the Donald Trump presidency will have on the state of Nevada.
Nevada Governor Joe Lombardo is set to deliver his second State of the State address on Wednesday night in Carson City. The address, a traditional event held 2 weeks before the legislative session, will take place in the assembly chambers of the state legislature at 6 p.m. on January 15th. Governor Lombardo expressed his enthusiasm for the upcoming address, stating, "I look forward to sharing the progress my administration has made since my inaugural address, and I'm excited to outline my common sense vision for our state ahead of the upcoming legislative session." He added, "We've worked hard to keep taxes low, balance our state budget, and make historic investments in our students and workforce. As we look ahead, I'm eager to build on our progress in education, economic development, healthcare, housing, and public safety." The 83rd legislative session is scheduled to commence on February 3rd in the capital city.
More news now. California firefighters are working to bring the devastating fires in that state to full containment, and Rory Rosell has the latest.
California firefighters are continuing their efforts to bring the Eaton and Palisades fire to full containment. Both fires broke out earlier this month and have burned thousands of acres across Los Angeles County, displacing residents and threatening local wildlife. The Eaton fire, which has burned 14,000 acres, started on Tuesday night in the hills just above Altadena, California. Located northeast of Los Angeles, the fire is currently at 27% containment and is the fourth most destructive fire in records of California. The Palisades Fire, which is located along the Los Angeles County coast, is the largest LA County wildfire and began on Tuesday in the Pacific Palisades and has spread to 23,713 acres. The containment is currently 11%. Fire crews from the Los Angeles Fire Department have been working around the clock to secure the perimeters of both fires. The Los Angeles County Coroner's Office has confirmed 16 deaths due to the fires. There has also been a small number of firefighter injuries, primarily due to smoke inhalation and exhaustion. Despite the progress made, the LAFD is urging residents in fire-prone areas to stay vigilant. Wind conditions are expected to increase over the next few days. The LAFD continues to advise residents to monitor official sources for real-time updates on road closures, air quality, and further firefighting operations. For those who are affected by the fires, recovery efforts are underway, and emergency services remain available for those who are displaced. News 25 will keep you updated on the status of these blazing fires.
More on those fires now. Strike teams from Clark County have recently been sent to Southern California to assist with the wildfires, and News 25 has their progress updates.
In response to the ongoing wildfires in Southern California, 2 strike teams comprising 45 personnel from Las Vegas Valley Fire Departments have been deployed to aid firefighters' efforts. These teams include members from the Clark County Fire Department, Las Vegas Fire and Rescue, and Henderson Fire Department. One team of 21 firefighters have been assigned to the Eaton Fire near Pasadena. Their duties include assisting residents returning to their neighborhoods over the weekend to check on their properties. Additionally, the team is patrolling for spot fires and supporting hand crews by pumping water and helping to establish protective fire lines through vegetation. The second team, consisting of 24 personnel, have been deployed to assist with the Pacific Palisades fire. They were recently reassigned to Brentwood, where they are working alongside firefighters from Riverside and Torrance, California, to provide structure protection in Mandeville Canyon. The combined efforts of these teams are critical in supporting Southern California's local firefighting units as they battle these dangerous blazes and work to protect communities from further devastation.
Well, it's that time of the hour when our News 25 Las Vegas correspondent Maria Centers joins us from Clark County with an inside look at recent activities by our incoming presidential administration and more.
In less than a week, the highly anticipated Joe Biden and Kamala Harris presidential handoff to Donald J. Trump and J.D. Vance will go down in the nation's capital, where the 45th and 47th U.S. President and First Lady will call the White House home once again after 4 life-changing years. Now let's dive into the latest headlines coming from America's next Commander-in-Chief. As the Cali flames continue to blaze on, 45 and 47 offered the following statement, quote, "The fires are still raging in L.A. The incompetent politicians have no idea how to put them out. Thousands of magnificent houses are gone, and many more will soon be lost. There is death all over the place. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the history of our country. They just can't put out the fires. What's wrong with them?"
They're the worst fires to ever hit Los Angeles, ever. And as soon as these fires broke out, I approved the Fire Management Assistance Grants. That's a term of art and how we get help to local officials. These grants cover California's firefighting costs for things like firefighting equipment, firefighters' salaries, and special capabilities like aircraft.
Nevada receives the least amount of water under the 1922 Colorado River Compact, while California is entitled to the largest strip.
A lot of these places are burned to the ground. There's not a single thing left in their homes. And so if they contact disasterassistance.gov, anybody who's lost everything or anything of consequence, disasterassistance.gov or 1-800-2, I beg your pardon, 1-800-621-3362. I also want everyone in Southern California to know we're going to keep at it. We're sticking with this.
In other tribulations, Trump truthed, quote, "Deranged Jack Smith was fired today by the DOJ. He is a disgrace to himself, his family, and his country. After spending over $100 million on the witch hunt against Trump, he left town empty-handed." KPVM Television will continue to offer the top coverage coming out of our incoming presidential administration. Reporting from Clark County and proudly shooting it back over the hump to all my people in the beautiful desert oasis of Pahrump, I'm Maria Centers for News 25 Las Vegas.
Thank you very much, Maria. More local stories coming up. You're watching News 25.
Hi, I'm attorney Jonathan Nelson of J.K. Nelson Law. If you're hearing this, it means you're probably not dead, which is great. Call our office today to schedule an appointment for your will or your trust so that your family can be taken care of when you pass away. On the other hand, if you've recently lost a loved one, now it's time to talk and go over how to administer their estate. In either case, give us a call today, 775-727-9900. Let us show you why we've been recognized by Best of Las Vegas and voted Best Attorney for Pahrump for the last 4 years. Call today, 775-727-9900.
It's a new year, and it's time to start something new with Saïda Trudeau. Starting now and all month long, we are celebrating the new year with incredible savings on every new vehicle in stock. I'm talking about every leftover 2024 Ram 1500, 2500, and 1-ton. Every new 2024 and 2025 Jeep Compass and Grand Cherokee. You can save big on all new 2025 Jeep Wrangler 4xEs. We have Nye County's largest inventory. But if you don't see what you're looking for, let us do the legwork for you and find the right one for you. Our professional locators have years of experience locating the vehicle of your dreams. At Saïda Trudeau, we don't use the bait and switch tactics. We treat you like a friend and a neighbor. Come see the difference for yourself with the Start Something New sales event going on now at Saïda Trudeau, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, and Ram, your original hometown dealer.
Miles, you're late. Again.
You're not reaching your full potential.
Unacceptable, Miles.
Everyone's going through something, even superheroes.
You got a minute?
If you need support, visit kevinlovefund.org to learn more.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Garner, and I'm working with Save the Children to fight for kids' futures. Poverty impacts 11 million children in the U.S., forcing families to make impossible choices. Every day, parents in rural America are deciding between essentials just to survive: gas or groceries, lunch or laundry, rent or running water. 1 in 5 children are hungry right now because of impossible choices like these. They're more likely to start school significantly behind their peers, and they may never catch up. Growing up in West Virginia, I saw kids living with hunger and poverty, and I've seen the impact Save the Children has on their lives. They give children the nutritious food and learning opportunities they need to thrive, so families don't have to choose. To learn more about how we help kids in rural America, go to savethechildren.org.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
And welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo on a Monday night. Health officials urge precautions as flu activity rises in Las Vegas. Not too late to make a plan to get the vaccine, and Mikey Ruhan reports.
Health officials are urging residents to take precautions as more cases of flu and other respiratory illnesses are reported around the Las Vegas area. The Southern Nevada Health District says 438 flu-related hospitalizations and 7 deaths have been reported for the season through December 28th. For comparison, the Health District reported 294 flu-related hospitalizations and 13 deaths the same period the year before. Community wastewater surveillance as of January 8th also showed high concentrations of influenza A and RSV in Clark County, plus moderate concentrations of the virus that causes COVID-19. For more information, visit southernnevadahealthdistrict.org.
Well, it's a big weekend of hockey for the Vegas Golden Knights. They had almost 3 games going, and Vegas Golden Knights pull off a big win after losing 2 straight. Here's Mikey with your look at sports.
Time now for your News 25 look at sports and streaming at KPVM.TV and now on Roku devices. Vegas Golden Knights coming off a 2-1 loss against the New York Rangers on Saturday. Back in action on Sunday, hosting the Minnesota Wild. First period, Ryan Hartman scores 1-0 Wild. Let's head on over to the second period. Knights on the power play. Pavel Dorofeev ties it up. Third period, Keegan Colasar scores the tiebreaker. Vegas goes on to win 4-1. The Golden Knights head to Nashville Tuesday night to take on the Predators. UNLV coach Dan Mullen has added another quarterback to the mix for the Rebels. Michigan transfer Alex Orji has committed to transfer to UNLV for the 2025 season. He has 2 years of eligibility remaining. The Vegas Thrill went 1-1 in the season opening weekend with a 3-set loss to Atlanta and a victory over Grand Rapids Rise on Friday. The Thrill welcome the Omaha Supernovas this Friday. Pro Valley Trojans boys basketball are in action this evening. They're at home taking on Boulder City High School. JV is in progress, varsity at 6:30 p.m. And that's your look at sports on News 25.
Thank you, Mikey. And more news now. Las Vegas Metro detectives are investigating a homicide that happened Sunday, January 12th, in the northern part of the city, and Rory Rosell has more.
Las Vegas Metro is currently investigating a homicide that occurred early Sunday morning, January 12th at the 2600 block of North Hollywood Boulevard near East Carey Street. Homicide Lieutenant Robert Price spoke to the public, releasing the preliminary details surrounding this case.
The details of the call were: at approximately 08:35 hours, LVMPD dispatch received a 911 call from an individual stating that they heard gunshots. And when they looked out the window, they located a male individual lying in the middle of the street. Officers from Northeast Area Command quickly responded, and upon their arrival, they located one individual lying in the middle of North Hollywood Boulevard, suffering from apparent gunshot wounds. Those officers immediately rendered aid until medical arrived, and upon medical arrival, that individual was unfortunately pronounced deceased.
At this time, the identity of the shooter remains unknown. Police believe the woman may be white or Hispanic, though further details are currently scarce.
But we do believe this is an isolated incident. We do not believe that there's any threat to the public, but we do encourage anybody who might have been walking by or seeing the individual or the argument, please reach out to LVMPD Homicide, or if you wish to remain anonymous, you can call Crime Stoppers of Nevada.
Las Vegas Metro Homicide Section is leading this investigation. Anyone with information regarding this incident is urged to contact the department at 702-828-3521. Or to remain anonymous, tips can be submitted to Crime Stoppers at 702-385-5555. This investigation is currently ongoing, and further updates will be provided as more information becomes available.
And the proposed film studios at the UNLV location have hit a roadblock with their developer, but Sony says their progress in Summerlin is right on track. More from News 25.
Sony Pictures is moving forward with the plans for the Summerlin movie studio in Las Vegas, but construction depends on the approval of the proposed Nevada Film Tax Credit. The proposed Nevada Studio Infrastructure, Jobs and Workforce Training Act would allocate $100 million in tax credits to incentivize film production in the state. This movie studio aims to create around 15,000 new jobs in the region, with an average annual salary of $113,000. These positions would span over various roles in construction, production, and support services. Sony Pictures is confident in the project and is ready to break ground as soon as the tax credit is approved, even though the credit would not be needed for at least a year after the construction begins. This proposed studio promises a boost in Nevada's economy, expanding its role in the global film industry. It would not only support Sony's operations, but also attract other production companies, creating a long-term infrastructure and workforce opportunity. With the right legislation in place, Summerlin Studios could become a cornerstone of Nevada's growing entertainment sector.
More local stories coming up, and of course your weather forecast. You're watching News 25.
Got bills? Need some pay? Then come be a cowboy trucker at Ponderosa Dairies in Amargosa Valley. They're currently seeking experienced CDL drivers to haul hay, grain, and milk while earning up to $2,000 a week. This isn't a job, it's a career. Whether you hit the open road or drive around Nevada's biggest dairy, they offer a great wage, benefits, and 401k retirement package. If you have what it takes to be a good hand, isn't it time you ride for the brand? The beautiful Ponderosa Dairies are currently hiring qualified CDL drivers who have doubles and tankers endorsements, as well as the ability to drive a standard transmission. If this is you, call Ed now, 702-682-3339. Once again, 702-682-3339. Send an email with your information to ap@ponderosadairy.com. Join the family at Ponderosa Dairy.
We love you, Pahrump. Thank you for making the Auto Plaza #1 in Nye County. We are incredibly grateful for your support and proud to be serving our community now for 20 years. Whether you're looking to replace or service your vehicle, consider this. We offer dozens of new GM models in cars, trucks, and SUVs, plus hundreds of the highest quality pre-owned vehicles for sale in Southern Nevada. Our all-star service team is here to keep your vehicle running in tip-top shape. The factory-trained and ASE certified technicians here can work on most makes and models, and we carry the latest in diagnostic and preventative maintenance tools to get the job done. Visit PahrumpCars.com to check out our current selection of vehicles, schedule a service appointment, or even order factory accessories for your ride. Don't forget to stop by the Auto Plaza and get a free alignment check before you hit the open road, or visit PahrumpCars.com.
Have you thought of hanging your TV on the wall? Mr. Antenna has 10 years of experience hanging TVs from small to large TVs. Clean up the spaghetti wiring, create more space, and make your TV safer for the little ones. There are 2 mounting options, flat and articulating arm wall mounts. The favorite is the articulating arm for various viewing areas. Hiding your wires is also popular. Call today for your free quote or visit us at MrAntenna.com.
I've always wanted a big family, but One moment can change your whole entire life.
I went to the doctor and was told I had stage 3 cancer and I would most likely never carry another baby. Right before I was about to start chemotherapy, I was told about a new clinical trial funded by Stand Up to Cancer that used immunotherapy. And after my 9th treatment,
My tumor had completely disappeared.
because of this trial, I was able to welcome a beautiful baby girl and watch my family grow. Help push cancer research further at standuptocancer.org/cures.
You're watching News 25. Local coverage you can count on. News 25 is brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500.
Welcome back to News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. The Henderson community recently gathered to pay their respects and honor Jenna Lee Hinn, reported missing and then was found dead. Rory Rossell has the report.
A vigil was held on Saturday, January 11th for Foothill High School senior Jenna Lee Hinn, who was found dead on January 5th, 6 days after she was reported missing. The gathering took place at the corner of Spanish Needle Street and Desert Sunflower Circle, where family and friends gathered to honor the young woman's memory. Jenna Lee Hinn had last been seen leaving her home on December 30th, 2024, following a minor dispute with her family. Her body was discovered by authorities in a desert area in Henderson on January 5th. The Clark County Coroner's Office later ruled her death as a suicide. At the vigil, several individuals who had helped search for Hinn, including volunteers from Red Rock Search and Rescue and Southern Nevada Off-Road Recovery, paid their respects. Members of the local community, law enforcement officers, and classmates also participated in the search, which lasted several days. Jenna Lee Hinn was remembered as a talented and intelligent student, also known for her academic achievements and aspirations of attending nursing school. A straight-A student at Foothill High School, she was described to be someone with a promising future ahead. Her family has expressed gratitude for the outpouring of community support during the search and in the wake of her tragic death. A GoFundMe page has been set up to help with funeral expenses. If you would like to donate and support the family, any contribution, no matter how big or how small, you can visit the GoFundMe page at gofundme.com/in memory of Jenna.
More news now. A structure fire occurred on Saturday, displacing 29 people, and News 25 has the story.
On Saturday, American Red Cross volunteers from Southern Nevada responded swiftly to a devastating fire at the Paradise Spa condominiums on Las Vegas Boulevard. The fire, which erupted at approximately 9 a.m. at 9457 Las Vegas Boulevard, damaged or destroyed 9 units and displaced 29 residents. The Red Cross has been providing immediate relief to those affected, offering temporary shelter, food, clothing, personal care items, and financial assistance as needed. Rachel Flanagan, Executive Director of the American Red Cross Southern Nevada Chapter, emphasized the importance of their work during such crisis. Our dedicated volunteers were on site offering emotional support and addressing the emergency needs of those affected. We'll continue working closely with these families in the coming days and weeks to help them recover. Firefighters were able to contain the blaze, and property management is working to prepare alternate units for displaced residents, which is expected to be ready by Monday.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
This is Lerner and Rowe Weather Cam. Now, our weathercaster Kaylee will tell you all about it in just a bit. But we have temps going into the 20s tonight, so cover your outdoor plumbing and whatever else needs to be covered. Forecast in a bit.
If this is your wreck, you need a check. If this is your wreck, you definitely need a check. Hurt in a wreck? Need a check? We're Lerner and Rowe. Make one call, that's all.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Change can be scary, as if your life's been turned upside down. But it comes with growth and a sense of freedom, much like the openness of the American road. We always arrive where we are meant to be, riding on the shoulders of those before us and preserving the core values that led us on our journey. Join Touchstone Energy Cooperatives in celebrating the power of human connections.
Ace Country.
Rise and shine. Tune in Sunday mornings at 8 for the Classic Country Breakfast with me, Mikey. I'll be playing a whole hour of all the classics. From Willie. On the road again. To Johnny.
I fell into a burning ring of fire.
To Patsy.
Crazy.
To Dolly.
Jolene, Jolene.
All the classic country music to start your Sunday morning. You bring the hash browns, and I'll bring the Hank.
To sit with a dog on a glorious day is like heaven. When the right dog finds the right human, it's as if it always was and always will be. They protect each other, love each other, teach each other. More importantly, they never let the other down.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe. Get your check. Get Lerner and Rowe.
I was in a wreck. I need a check.
Get Lerner and Rowe. Get smart. Get Lerner and Rowe.
Lerner and Rowe is the way to go. Call 877-1500.
Good evening, Nevada. I'm Kaylee Bentler in the News 25 Weather Studios. Let's check out our regional weather. Up in Fernley, we saw 43, 41 in Fallon, 48 Carson City, 34 Tonopah, 36 Goldfield, 48 in Beatty, 54 Amargosa, 52 Las Vegas, and 65 in Death Valley. But over in our paradise of Pahrump, we're seeing clear skies at 47 degrees. We saw a high 54 earlier, winds north-northeast 9 miles per hour, humidity 19%, and the sun rose at 6:54. However, we watched it go away this evening at 4:51 p.m. Expect humidity at 31%, winds northeast 8 miles per hour with a low of 29, and the skies are staying clear. Let's check out the rest of our week. We got an exciting week ahead of us. We got weather triplets Wednesday through Friday. Tomorrow we're seeing 55 degrees and sunshine. And then look, weather twins Sunday and Monday. Those temperatures really take a dip with a cold front rolling in. Saturday, seeing higher winds along with that cold front, 13 miles per hour. And that is your look at the weather. Back to the desk. Here's Chris.
Thank you very much, Kaylee. Well, you know it's a little chilly when the high temp is only 65 in Death Valley. That'll just about do it for all of us here tonight at News 25. I'm Chris Palermo. Make it a great night.
My 15-year-old son, Ethan, and I had a fun and relaxing morning. We returned home, and Ethan walked to his best friend's house an hour later. I heard the ambulance scream by the street, carrying my beautiful boy. Ethan was shot in the head in his best friend's house with an unsecured gun. He had zero chance of survival. The father, the gun owner, he stored his 3 guns and bullets in a shoebox.
How do you feel?
That has to be the most horrific experience that a human could ever have.
David, would you give any advice?
First thing you do is not keep your ammunition with your weapons, and that your weapons need to be locked at all times.
Now you can leave home and leave the tanks behind with Inogen, the portable oxygen concentrator that moves with you.
This little box changed my life. I can now do all those things that I want to do. You just press the button here, and there's my oxygen.
Inogen portable oxygen systems are small and light and deliver up to 12 hours of medical-grade oxygen on a single charge.
Now that I've got my Inogen, I've got my freedom back. I'm back to living again.
Call us right now. Try an Inogen system for 30 days risk-free.